Start. Can everybody hear me okay? Hopefully. All right. Good. All right. Well, hey, welcome everybody. My name's Alison Haugen, and I wanted to welcome you tonight to the overview about Liv that we're going to be doing. And just very quickly for me, John and I basically were introduced to this company by our friend Adam, who you're going to hear from in just a few minutes. And to be honest, first took a little bit for us to really stop and take a look. I was kind of like, didn't want to do another business. I was pretty focused on some other things, but Adam's very persistent. And so we agreed to sit and chat with him and hear a little bit more. And then that led to actually us taking about 6 hours Saturday afternoon to listen to the founders on this company. Because if we're going to look at anything, we do know as business people, it's a good idea to really dive in and investigate it as closely as you can. And not everybody will do that, but we did. So, but anyway, we were very, very impressed. We were already impressed before watching that presentation, but that just really solidified it and opened up our eyes to really the magnitude of what's here. So what you're going to hear tonight from Adam is going to be a really great overview. Most people get enough to know whether or not it's for them or not through this period. But if you have any questions afterward, we're certainly here to answer those for you. So without wasting any more time, I did want to introduce Adam Vasilovich. He's been a local business owner here in Fresno for 15 years. He and his wife work together. They've got 2 young boys, and he started in the networking industry about 5 years ago and created a 6-figure income in his first company, and that's pretty remarkable. Most people don't get that far. So he's a very talented young man, he and his wife. And he also, in that period of time, he built a really strong relationship with the founder of that company who mentored him and also who actually called him about this company because that founder started another company, which is what you're hearing about tonight. And Adam was one of the first people that he called to help launch it. So with that, I would like to introduce Adam Vasilovich, and I'm going to turn it over to him. And Adam, please take it away.
Over the last years with you and John, and the amazing thing is, I know for a few years here we've been wanting to work together somehow, some way, and lo and behold, here we go. And my wife Stacy and I couldn't be more excited about that. And you know, the background I had again was traditional business owner, and life throws you some different curveballs, and we sold our business based on wanting more time freedom. And our oldest son was born with some pretty severe special needs. And, we just knew we had to go a little different direction than that traditional grind that we were in. And we felt like we were pretty much slaves to our business, rarely any time off, worked 350 days a year, probably mostly 10 to 12-hour days, but knew that wasn't the way we could go with the time we needed to put into our son. And 15 years of the grind gave us about a 3-year semi-retirement to then fall in love with freedom. And that's really what happened. I fell in love with doing whatever I wanted to that day with my kids and my wife, and just having that freedom. And I thought, as the time or the money was running out of the sale of our business, was trying to figure out, okay, what am I going to do? What next? And it wasn't really what next, is how can I keep this up? What can I do? How was it corporate? Was it become a teacher like my parents and my grandparents? What was it that I could do to try to be home, have that time freedom, that flexibility, and love what I did every day? And lo and behold, network marketing showed up, and I thought I saw somebody who had created a 6-figure income running their traditional business, doing that on the side. I said, wow, if you could do it, we could do it. They had the same business that we had. And so we just went out and did it. And that's just all kind of, we know what to do, is just go do things, and fell in love with that time freedom. And it led to creating some other diversification opportunities that's allowed me now to be home for 6 years. Going on 7 years now. Came along, it just resonated in my life. We're all on such autopilot. living life a lot like of the world. People worry about bills, they worry about work, they worry about their kids or grandkids or their health, and then they do that again. They're worried about work, they're worrying about bills, they're worrying about their kids, they're worrying about health over and over. And it's a cycle for most people daily. And there's a very interesting statistic that people have about 60,000 thoughts a day. And that's a lot of thoughts. And I'm going to give you one more today, is that the interesting thing about that is that 90% of the thoughts we thought of today, we had yesterday. 90%. And why? Things, we're always doing the same things. And that's why life starts speeding up. And then we can't believe it's another decade has gone by. We can't believe, oh, life just is going by so fast. It's because we are living ground 90% of the same thoughts we thought of the day before and the day before and the day before. So we've got to get off that hamster wheel. And the incredible thing about what you're going to see is, and a company for the very first time creating a business model and creating an opportunity for people to live again, and for people to create moments on a big scale, on a local scale, and this really resonated to me because my dad was diagnosed with ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, about 7 months ago now. Said, oh, today's medicine, he's got 3 to 5, pretty quality-based years left, and 6 months later, he can't walk, talk, breathe, or eat for himself, and he's resigned into a hospital bed for the rest of his life. And he's like my second father. And so it kills me. But what's even worse is his wife, Shelly, was supposed to retire at age 67 in September and couldn't, because now she has to keep medical up to keep him in every day. And she said to me, she said, she told to a few of us that, Bill and I will never get to fill out our bucket list and go and do and travel and go experience the things we wanted to in our golden years, and go do those things with our grandkids that we've always wanted to do. And just tears pouring down my face, crying. And this was about a week into hearing this opportunity. And I was like, okay, somebody's telling me something, and that this is a direction I want to go for as long as I can, helping people check off their bucket list, not regretting life once time goes by and it's too far, and we all get caught up in the day-to-day stuff. So what I'm going to do is kick it into a webinar type situation for you guys. If you can hold on just really quick while I set that up and I start that process. You should see some screens here in just a second. Alison, can you see that first screen? Is that good? Is that coming through? Hopefully that's good. Well, what we're talking about here with this company, Alison kind of brought up that we got to work with some co-founders and owners of a previous company, and they about a year ago made a pivot towards creating a new platform, and again, wanting to give people a chance to check off their bucket list and start living life their way. And it brought to this company that we're going to go through here today. And it's based around a couple key trends. There's some, whether you like it or not, there's some really incredible trends where big industries are going, and where most things are marketing towards. And it's the gig economy, value of experiences, and the power of community. And these three things are really fueling a lot of today's top industries right now. And the gig economy is exactly what it is. It's a side gig. A lot of people are in a side gig, whether they have a full-time job, whether they're in the corporate world, whether they're retired and want to make some additional income on what their retirement is, and be able to still get out there and make things happen. And it's expected to nearly double in the next 4 years. These are things like Uber that are popping up, and Airbnb, people selling things on eBay and Amazon Flex. I mean, we get Uber Eats now. My wife discovered Uber Eats, and random people deliver food to our house 3 times a week now, and it's great. But, that's a side gig for somebody, and it's growing faster than traditional employment, and that's because of lack of jobs, people pursuing their own passions. They want more freedom, control over their schedule, and to be more socially connected. And success is not really, it's being redefined. It's not really about what you do anymore, how much money you make. It's really about how much freedom do you have. And kind of touched upon this a little bit, where these ownership is from. Although this is a ground floor opportunity and a ground floor company, it is not a startup. A startup would be a first time ownership. Maybe their technology is gonna be on point. Maybe, hopefully, they've got some money backing it, in reserves. Not the case here. Well documented leadership team, built mainstream brands, sold over 500 million units in their sister company. They did over 3 million customers in that sister company. Became the #1 in that product category in all of North America. They generated $2 billion in sales. But what that has equated to, which really an impact, how much impact that's been able to have on families, they actually, with that company, helped 20,000 families earn $20,000 or more part-time. $20,000 or more a year part-time. And beyond that, full-time people, they created a 6-figure income for 800 different families. We were lucky enough to be involved in that. The problem with that is we joined about 4 years too late. And $1 billion had already been done in their sales, 3 million customers had already been in. And I'm standing at our first event going, this company's awesome. They already did $1 billion. And me 5 years later looks at me 5 years ago and says, you dummy. You joined a company after they did half of their sales. Just not the right time. And with that, the people that were there on the front end early on, and before their run and before mass, they hit critical mass, and people all over the world knowing about and sharing their brand, that created 55 millionaires. So 55 people were at the right place at the right time. That's where we're at right now. Like Alison had said, we got a call just about 6 weeks ago from the co-founders that are launching this new company, and it's built around an entirely new platform. And we are in the pre-launch phase. They've joined our pre-launch team, and it is taking off to launch in April, when we'll actually have our consumer side of this going. And again, it's called Liv, and this is our vision. It's really to create the greatest life experience platform in the world. And we're going to inspire people to do 3 things. Number 1, move their lifelong bucket list to what's called a Liv list. If you remember the movie The Bucket List, great actors, Morgan Freeman, Jack Nicholson, cute movie, horrible premise, right? You find out you're terminally ill, you got 6 months to live, you regret all the things you didn't do in your life, and now you're going to try to get it done. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to give people a Liv list. We're going to allow people, and this is kind of on the big scale of things, kind of the main attraction to this. The main attraction, is to get to go check off their bucket list, creating a Liv list of events and experiences people have always wanted to live, always wanted to go do. We're going to give people a chance to do that at an incredible level. But number 2, we're gonna have people get out and experience their local community. We're going to be driving local experiences and people connecting with who they already do stuff with, whoever you already hang out with, whether it's on the weekends, you have a movie night or barbecues, or you go to the tailgates at your local college football games, or concerts, outdoor concerts, or wine tasting locally, bowling night, whatever the things that you do. We're gonna enhance that through our local experiences in our local community, just getting you to do those same things. And we've tied a business model around doing fun stuff with your friends. Very cool. And the third thing we're going to inspire people to do is really to choose to live moments every single day. not taking time for granted, not taking time that you got left for granted. And these co-founders were really incredible in their marketing message. Before, they had a weight loss and supplement company that created challenge marketing. They actually coined and started the whole challenge. I challenge you on a 30-day this or a 90-day this ice bucket challenge. They created a whole challenge movement about 8 years ago. And that movement and that message got people to give them credit on social media and just word of mouth for every carrot stick, every bottle of water, every yoga pants that were bought, every time somebody was jogging at the gym or working out at the gym or eating a salad, they would get credit, whether it was social media or just word of mouth, that they were on a challenge. Well, they sold a shake, a weight loss shake, and some supplements, some vitamins, but they got credit for selling salads, selling workout pants, yoga pants, going to the gym and just making a decision on a challenge. And what we're going to be doing now is creating everyday live moments where we want people to stop, put down their phone, turn off the TV, go outside, check, put their arm around their honey for 5 minutes, watch the sun go down, light a fire out in the backyard if you've got a fire pit and just roast some marshmallows with your kids. Take a day trip to the beach and just walk in the sand and come back home. But we're going to make people intentionally live moments every single day. We're going to make them consciously and subconsciously aware of life around them before life passes you by. And we're going to get credits, just like we did on our challenge movement, for live moments, where every sunset and every rainbow, we're going to get credit for that live moment. And we're going to have people posting it and taking pictures and shooting videos and giving a hashtag live moment back to us. We're going to have, opening up Christmas presents, a live moment, because people are going to capture that. We're going to have birthday parties and, graduation celebrations. We're going to get credit for all those things in the branding of this, the marketing of this, because we're getting people to really focus on that and know that this moment is meant to last, and this moment needs to be accounted for every single day. So it's pretty amazing where this vision is going. Well, you're going to say, well, what is this live list that you're developing? Well, it's important to understand the value of experiences. 94% of millennials and 91% of baby boomers believe experiences are the part of fulfilling a life, and that psychologists say purchasing experiences makes us happier than purchasing things. And over time, that satisfaction with things goes down, whereas experiences go up. And that's because you can draw back on that time and that place that you had that experience, and your memory takes over and can make you smile, laugh, or cry again, right? And I think if we do things every single day, once a day, you do something that makes you laugh, that makes you cry, and that makes you smile, that's a pretty good day. And we're putting experiences together to make people do that and to have people do that. So let's talk about the Liv list itself. The Liv list is exactly that. It is a list that we are curating and putting together that's exclusive access to member-only life experiences not found anywhere else. There's a wide variety of interest categories. It's for every demographic, every type of person, whether it's a family or a couple or a single, type lifestyle. There's wide distance, duration, and it's really for any budget. That's a really incredible economic portion of this. And everyone has a voice in what experiences get curated and activated. So if you look on the right there's New Year's Eve celebration. There's an Igloo Fest in Montreal. There's a hiking expedition in Colorado, NBA All-Star Weekend experience, Comic-Con in San Diego, if that's your thing. We have over 60 different curated experiences right now. And there's something for everyone, but we also allow people to submit what they want to do. We listen to the community. And that's what's really amazing here is the third component to this, and the trends that are happening today is the power of community. Crowdsourcing and crowdfunding are transforming business. we are on that trend. Kickstarter, Wikipedia. I just sent $50 today to a GoFundMe fund for, believe it or not, a girl that was injured in a car accident 15 or 12 years ago, and she was paralyzed, but she wants to be a part of this community so much and live her life. We said, put together a GoFundMe to help get your initial, your initial, buy-in investment together. We'll help you do that, and we'll help drive it so you can be a part of this. She's always wanted to go to the Oscars. We have an Oscars experience in March, and I can wait for Megan to come out and do that. So, just another proof of what power of community is doing. Crowdfunding has tripled in the last 3 years, and it could reach $90 billion by 2025. So this power of community component is really growing. And sales is really no longer about selling. It's about sharing and building a community. So how does this Liv List work, right? Great concept. Sounds kind of neat, intriguing, but okay, how can this whole thing really work? So what you do is you pledge. You're gonna look through our lists, our ever-growing, changing list of curated experiences. Pick the one that you like, and you get to look and see. Like the one here is in Bali. It talks about being on the beaches and getting to go into different cliff dwellings and do all kinds of really great stuff in Bali. And if you want to go, you pledge. You click on it. You say, "Hey, I want to be a part of this." When the minimum, there's like a minimum amount of people that need to also want to go throughout all of North America. So 552 million people, you got to get about 50, 75, maybe 100 people that want to go on this trip at the same time. Once that happens, it activates the trip. It activates the experience. And what happens as more people from there on also go pledge to the activated experience. Maybe you've told some friends to hey, you ever want to go to Bali, or you ever want to go to Maui, or have you ever wanted to go to Munich for the Oktoberfest? Whatever you're deciding to pledge towards, if you get people that want to also join, and people all over North America also get people to join on that, what it does is it unlocks more levels of access, and it unlocks the perks to the experience. And so the company will add more, they're going to add on more value to the experience of what you get to do, who you maybe get to see, meet, and experience while you're there. But the price doesn't go up. The price stays exactly the same. So on each of these experiences, there's 6 different key elements to it. They're all different elements, but they're all kind of the same thing. Number 1, there's the main event. So if you're going to the NASCAR experience in Las Vegas, and NASCAR's your thing, and you want to go the main event, watching the NASCAR race, right? There's nightlife in all the experiences, and that doesn't mean a nightclub. That doesn't mean party till the break of dawn. It just means there's some nightlife there. Our Sedona and Grand Canyon experience, after we can fly you through the Grand Canyon and in a helicopter and have lunch on the side of the bank, and we get you Sedona, there'll be a night gazing activity. They'll be roasting s'mores and doing some really fun things together as a group. Outdoor band that's just kind of playing. So lots of different things happen in the nighttime. There's always a live to learn session, which means at these events, there could be a guest speaker, a guest celebrity, a guest athlete, a guest chef, depending if it's a culinary experience like one we've got in Chicago, where Emerald shows up and teaches everybody a culinary experience, also feeds you. You get to eat food from him, talk to him, ask him questions, maybe sign some autographs and things like that. So there's always a live to learn about whatever it is you're there for as well. There's always electives and excursions that you get options from. And again, the more people that are going, it unlocks more excursions, more things you can do, kind of the entertainment fun side of whenever you go on a vacation or whenever you go on a trip. There's also healthy lifestyle activities that we'll offer people to do as an option. And my favorite, the live to give side. And the live to give is that, we know that we're going to have all these experiences in all these different places around the world. We're taking fun and these experiences away from it. And we're going to be giving back to these local communities. And as we do, it's to charities and different nonprofit organizations. So as we're kind of passing through this, you can see there's a Nashville event, there's a Kentucky Derby, there's Formula One racing event, there's the Rodeo Festival, Little League World Series, Alaskan Cruise, there's Epcot family experience, there's Iceland. You can visit the glaciers in Iceland, all kinds of really great. Honolulu, Hawaii, there's an experience. So there's something for everyone. So hopefully, as I rattled a few of these things off, you're like, I would like to go do that. And it's not what everybody else gets to do. It is a different level of the experience, and maybe the people that you get to meet there that you always wanted to meet, some maybe private VIP-like experiences that you get to do. And what I mean by VIP is just maybe you don't have to wait in a line, that you get a private section, that you get to go somewhere more exotic or kind of off to its own, where you're not bugged with the hustle and bustle of everyone else that's a tourist. It's a very specialized place or time or activity that you wouldn't normally get to go do. Now, the cool thing is, now maybe you're just going to go do 1 or 2 of those a year. That's the big main attraction. But the local experience is something really cool as well. And what we're doing is we're creating a local Liv list of experiences created by our Liv members for our Liv members. It's things you do all the time locally, and whatever that is, with whoever you already like to do it with. And that is what's really cool. So we've got people within local communities, and we're looking for people. I know there's different people on this webinar from different marketplaces, whether it's in different places in California, where we're at, or other states, other communities. We're looking for people that want to be ambassadors of this company and of this new vision, of this movement, that can be the first or be part of the few to really grow a local community. And that's going to be the glue to this company. That's going to be the glue to how the memberships grow. And when memberships grow, that's the business model. That is how more people will be on board with something that's organic and more of a natural flow of a discussion, or how to bring people to this, not a hotel meeting, not a weird come over to my house and look at my jewelry or this this great new face cream or supplement that I'm selling. I've done that. And that's why this is so refreshing. It's not product based, and it's a membership, and more than just the big main attractions. Locally, we're going to have tons and tons of different local experiences that people can enjoy and be a part of. And if you've got the membership, it's less to get in, could even be free to get in. We're getting a lot of free stuff that we'll talk about. But if you invite people who aren't members yet, they're gonna get a taste of just having fun and doing some things, and being pretty jealous of the people who got in for free, or the people that got in with a great discount, and they're gonna want to know how could they get that discount. So we want to help others with their Liv moments. So the membership, so as we get into that, is something that is important, because I've dealt in product-based sales before for years, and actually vowed I would never do that again. I don't care how great the technology was, or how how many scientists were behind it, and this and that and the other. I understand membership. My wife and I owned a gym for 15 years. We know what building a membership looks like, what you can predict the next month as far as the revenue, and love that business model. And we've got 3 different versions of membership. Now, we are in a pre-launch phase. Right now, we are looking for people that want to build a business, that want to build a side gig, that want to build an additional revenue stream. But when we launch our consumer model in April, this membership will play out a little bit better and a little bit different. But here's the 3 ways that we do this. First of all, the value of the membership is also based upon the 3 different directions that you can choose your membership. Number 1, the Liv Rewards, where loyalty leads more to living. And every month that you're on the membership, Liv members are awarded Liv credits or coins. You can kind of see that. Kind of going the cryptocurrency route. These credits can be applied towards your future Liv List experiences and even local stuff. So it can actually be up to 100% of your Liv List experience. So you can pick wherever you want to go. This can pay for all of the experience side. Plus, we're going to give you discounted costs towards flights, towards hotels, and towards maybe rental cars or cruises, whatever gets you there to get you there. So we're going to look at the 3 different memberships here: Access, Premier, and VIP. If you wanted to start with the Access membership, right away, upon activation, you're going to get $75 of Liv credits you can apply right away, and then $25 a month that you're going to be accruing. It's kind of like creating a savings account towards your experiences that you can go and pledge towards. You're going to be able to pick from whatever local or global Liv list that are being curated, and then you're going to get a Liv Media Cloud. It's like a cloud service that you get 750 gigabytes to replace whatever cloud service you're currently paying for. So this is also added value within the membership. And then you get Liv Travel, and that is discounts on the flights towards any of the experiences or any flights that you're ever going to use to travel upon. It's $49 a month for the Access membership. And remember, you're getting $25 a month put into your savings account towards the experiences. Is a one-time $50 activation fee to get the membership started, and then it's $49 a month. If you go to the middle, that's the Premier membership. Upon activation, you get 150 Liv credits banked right off the bat, just for signing up, and then it's 50 credits a month start accruing into your account to apply towards your globalist experience or even local. You get everything that the Access membership gets. Let's see what else you get. Sorry. You get the Liv Local, and you also get to add on hotel accommodations. So you get some major discounts in the hotel side of this. I know we've had a few people that when going to an experience we had in Las Vegas, they were able to get the same price for the presidential suite. That was $1,200. If you just got it normal, it was at like $450. That they were going to pay about that for just a regular king room that they got. So there was huge savings there. I know one of the guys is a ex Hall of Fame football player, Lorenzo Neal. He works in San Francisco a lot. The St. Regis Hotel was about $520 a night. And using our Liv Travel hotel accommodation amount, it was going to be $260. So it was like half the price, which is pretty amazing. Also in the Premier membership, you get a Liv Assistant. This is really cool. If you've never had an assistant, most people haven't, but the Liv Assistant can do a whole lot of different things for you. That you can have them set reservations for you for dinner somewhere that you want to eat that night. You can order flowers for somebody. You can send thank you cards through them that they'll get out to everybody. You can book a concert, hotel rooms, order different things for you. You can do a lot of really cool things that will just save you time throughout your day or your week. There's not a lot that this part of this membership won't do for you. So it's actually somebody who will make things happen like this and save you time. And saving time is saving money. For both of these, you also get what we call as a Liv Local app. And this app finds, because we're partners with about 350,000 different retail and entertainment, food companies all around your local marketplaces. You can get 2-for-1 discounts on entrees, or 25% off a meal, or $10 here or there, and it'll GPS where you are and what sales are around you, where you can get access to different things around you. And so it'll find whatever city you're in and show you where you can get those local discounts. For the Premier, it's $99 a month, $100 one-time activation fee. For the VIP, about 95% of people are going the VIP route. Why? Because people like being a very important person, but the value is at the highest point. So you get 250 points, credits, sorry, right off the bat, and then you start accruing 100 per month. The everything that the Premier and Access gets as well. Plus, you get some VIP only upgrades and experiences, and then you get a Live Mysteriously gift that you get every month. That is some kind of gift or product that we send out into the marketplace. You get it a month first to try it out for yourself, and then you get VIP rewards boosts. You just get a ton more points accrued towards your membership. So that is $149 a month and $150 upon activation. But the amount of credits that you're banking towards your experience are much, much greater. If you are checking this out to see what the business experience is, that's what we're getting into now. And the ability to inspire others to live, to become a promoter with us, and to be able to do that, you not only do you still pick your membership of what you want to have, but you're going to add $99 one time to your membership to become a promoter. That gets you a spot within our team, a spot within the company, and then we help you kind of get off and running. So if you want to be a promoter and have the Access membership, it's $198. But for that first initial investment, Premier is $298, and the VIP is $398. You actually get 500 bonus volume. You get 500 in volume at the VIP spot. So that actually helps you start building a team and give you credits for our first rank promotion. With it, you get online web office, real-time reports, commission portal, lots of different training videos, member support, and you get a free 30-day trial on your online marketing system and mobile app, which is also really cool. So what's our gig? It's becoming an experienced entrepreneur. It's helping people take their bucket list and turning it into a live list. We get to, you get to use your existing assets, your phone, so your social media that you've already created, all the relationships, your laptop, and the word of mouth marketing to share with people that you know. Harnessing two key wealth strategies that other gigs don't. Uber, Airbnb, they don't give you leverage or residual income. And leverage is being able to take yourself and multiply, create a compound effect within more people. So let's take Uber, for example. If they said, hey, I'm sure probably none of you on this call drive for Uber. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But if they said, hey, listen, go get 10 Uber drivers, and every time they get a fare, you're gonna get a piece of that. You're gonna get 5% of 10 different Uber drivers that you bring on with us. Now, you can tell those 10 Uber drivers, go get 10 Uber drivers that work for you. You'll get 5%, but you're going to get 5% as well of now 100 Uber drivers. That would actually be a really impressive business model. And you know what we call that type of business model? We just call it smart. That'd just be smart. That's leverage, right? What is the Uber really? One driver, every fare, they get a little bit. They're not driving cars. They're not making money. And then we're looking at residual income. It's the ability to make a sell once, or to get somebody on a membership once, just like a gym membership. 11% of people that have a gym membership go more than 3 times a year. 11% actually go more than 3 times a year. And I bet most of those people have already gone once or twice, and maybe they got one more in them, and that's it, right after the New Year's. So residual income is a monthly, getting paid month over month of something that you set up one time. And there's exponential income potential in that model. We've got lots of different ways that we do make income throughout this business model, and there's a separate compensation plan video that you can watch that'll show you all of that. We're gonna just give you one example of kind of how that works, and just our monthly residual income side of this. So not building a team, just building the residual side. So if you got 3 people that were serious that wanted to join you, you came in as a VIP promoter, you got 3 other people that said, I want to be VIP as well, then you would on a month after month basis, after you enrolled them the first time, you get 5% commission of those 3 people. That's not a lot of money. I know, $67 a month, maybe you're going to pay for a dinner. But if you helped your 3 go and get 3 other serious people that also wanted to get started with this business. And we just kept duplicating that process. You see the power of duplication and leverage. That's what we're looking at here. We're just looking at leverage. It's get 3 Uber drivers to get 3 Uber drivers to get 3 Uber drivers, and everybody to get more Uber drivers to help leverage your time. So when you're sleeping at night and they're driving cars, you're getting paid. When you go on vacation, they're driving cars, you're getting paid. This is the same type of potential. And I know you're looking at that number and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know 10,000 people that would do this. Well, you don't, but you may know a few people who do know another few and another few. And that compound interest that banks love to get us on and credit card companies love to get us on, that compound interest is what we're looking at. 5% over 8 generations of 3 people would be $220 a month. I know you're saying that's crazy. I don't ever see that happening. 3 people did that in the prior sister company. So we know it's possible. Is it probable? Not for everybody. But if you failed it by 90%, that would still be $22,000 a month that you could potentially make. And we had over 50 people do that. If you failed this model by 99%, that'd still be about $2,200 a month part-time. That would really be a part-time income. And we help 20,000 people do that. 20,000 different families get to that point. And my wife and I were able to help about 45 people do that. So like we talked about, there's 10 different ways to get paid. You do make an income 5 different times a month. You get paid once a week, and then at the end, once a month for your residual side. And there's another video for all of that. So as we build the team, we believe in the power of 3. That's how this is getting made. If we're going to really simplify it, you as a VIP, you bring on 3 other VIPs, and you're considered a rising star if you do that within the first month. So you do that within the first month of January, and you're going to be able to make, you're really going to make your investment back for the most part. What you would get is about $300 back on doing that. If you did it within the first 2 weeks, they're going to give you $200 bonus. So you're going to make $500. It's 125% return on your investment. If you do it on the 3rd week, you make a $100 bonus, so you break even. And if you do it on the 4th week, they give you a $50 bonus. So you're in the hole $50 on your initial investment. My wife and I opened up our first business with a $100,000 loan. It took us 12 years to pay off that initial investment. And we only bought us 3 years of freedom when we sold it. So I like this business model way better, and have seen incredible results based off this power of 3. Now, if you help 6 people do that same model we just talked about, you help 6 people get back their money, and they'll maybe get a little bit more. What that would actually do is put you in our position called silver, and that would be our luxury car club. It's in the middle, early part of our compensation plan. It's only the third rank of the company. My wife and I just did this within our first 2 weeks of joining the company, and we also helped another couple do it within their first 3 weeks. We're literally within the first month and a half of this whole thing. So you help 6 people do it, you're going to qualify for a luxury car vehicle. You're going to make about $1,000 a month being able to do that, and that $750 car bonus then kicks in. If you already have a luxury car, they'll add it as a bonus. So you just get that, and you can use it to pay what you're currently paying, plus you get that extra, or it allows you to go out and buy or lease a luxury vehicle, and you can keep whatever's extra as well in your income. This would be about a $20,000 a year increase in your current household income. You help others do the same thing. You help 3 people get in a car. That'd be about an extra $50,000 a year, about $4,000 a month. That's our rank of gold. And if you help 3 people go gold, that would actually create a 6-figure a year income called platinum. This just gives you options, right? Whether or not you're going to go into your job the next day, fire your boss or fire your business, or just determine whether or not you're calling in sick for the next year. It gives you some options, right? Life is great when you get options. You help 3 people create a 6-figure income, 1 in each of your 3 teams. That would be about a $500,000 a year income. And I know one help pay all of your bills that you currently have, but half $500,000 a year is a pretty good start, right? There are some other ranks above this, but we just wanted to keep it simple, let you know that we've got everything that you need to succeed. If you're interested in talking more about the business, finding out, diving in a little bit more, make sure you get back to Alison or John or whoever put you on this video, so you could understand a little bit more, know that we'll do this with you as well. And the great thing is we've already seen in the first month that we got started, we started building this, guys, in December and through the holidays. And that's pretty amazing that we were able to kind of do that and get it all kind of kicked off. So now we're coming out of that. We're coming out of the holidays, and it's pretty a phenomenal opportunity to kick off the new year. If that's something that you'd like to do, this is the time, this is the place. The timing of this, I'll tell you guys, is really phenomenal. And the fact that it's before the pre-launch, before one customer is in this thing. Like I said, we joined after 2 million had joined the sister company, and we lost the comma effect, and that was the extra comma and 3 zeros in the earnings that we could have made. And so what we're looking at here, and hopefully you see me now. There we go. Got that cleaned up. We're looking here is we are on the innovator side. We're on the early side of this bell curve before all that has even happened. And you know, it takes vision to understand that. It takes just kind of jumping out of the airplane and building the parachute on the way down, right? That's kind of where we're at. But we've already seen the power of the duplication with this very, very early. And one last story from my side is back in 1919, my great-great-grandfather, who I was named after, had an opportunity to invest $5,000 in a new company that was going public. It would have been one of the early shareholders in that company. And it would have been about 125 shares. And he had some options, and he decided, you know what, I'm not going to put my money in that new company that's launching. It's just brown sugar water. Well, that company was Coca-Cola, and he could have been one of the first stockholders ever back in 1919. And had he had done that, it would change the course of our life and our legacy. That would have been worth $50 million today. 125 shares would be worth $50 million. Had he just reinvested all the dividends over the course of the last 102 years, it would be worth $1.25 billion. And so, you know, my wife and I made a decision. My grandmother told me that story about 6 months ago. And we said, you know what, we don't want our grandkids looking back and being mad at us for not going with an opportunity that we could have been in the front seat of, and just taking a leap of faith, joining some incredible guys that have a track record that we've been involved with before. They are their work ethic is unmatched. We've tied our we've tied our wagon to them. We're ready to get going. I know we've done that with the Haugans as well. We're really excited. I'm gonna cut myself off now, cut the mic. And Alison, if you'd like to add anything to kind of send us home, we appreciate you guys getting on this today. And please get back to the person that got you on the webinar.
Thanks, guys. I think I just want to say that, Adam, first of all, thank you for a great presentation and for your time tonight. And we are very excited about working with you. Just what you've been able to do and how fast you've got out of the gate with this company. It's impressive, and it's inspiring. So really appreciate you. As for everybody else, some of you know our story and some don't. I'm not going to get into a whole lot, but I do want to say that John and I have been technology entrepreneurs for over 20 years, and we both have kind of a futurist mind. We've built one of the fastest growing tech companies in the country back several years ago, so we understand growth, we understand trends, and we like business, and we like outside the box disruptive kinds of opportunities. So I just encourage all of you to take a really good, strong look. I think that this thing really has some strong legs to it, and you can't beat the startup investment, for crying out loud. It's ridiculous. The overhead, plus the opportunity to be able to not have the overhead just by sharing it. And the other reason that we're doing it, besides the financial opportunity that we see here, But, you know, as entrepreneurs, we have, John and I have been married for 25 years, or almost 20 years, like 25 with everything. But we got married and started our business at the same time. And we've done nothing but work, literally, because we're both so entrepreneurial. So our bucket list is like, what list? There's been no time to have a list. And so I wanted to do this also because I want a built-in structure that will force me to take vacation, because and to go do some fun things for a change. So if you know entrepreneurs that are working really hard, this is a really wonderful way to encourage them to take time out and live their life, because life goes way too fast. And pretty soon you're sitting 20 years later going, what did I just do? What did I build this business for? And so I just want to encourage you to take a good hard look at this and get your questions answered before you make a decision one way or the other. So with that, thanks very, very much. And have a wonderful evening. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye, Adam.
Bye, guys.